Hey all, here OS Reviews. You're watching our unboxing and first impressions look at the Samsung Galaxy Watch. This is the newest wearable from Samsung, and this is the 46mm version, which is the larger variant. It also comes in a 43mm for those with smaller wrists, and in terms of the design, it's very similar to past iterations of Samsung wearables like the Gear S3, for instance. It has a rotatable crown. It is also a very premium smartwatch because it retails for $350. The watch is running on Tizen OS, which is Samsung's proprietary operating system, as opposed to Android Wear, so it is using custom software, and it has a 1.3-inch AMOLED display with a 360 by 360 pixel resolution. It's waterproof up to 5 ATM, so quite durable. You can take it with you when swimming or going for a dive, and it should survive. And it's got the standard array of heart rate tracking, accelerometer, gyroscope, compass, all those things that we have come to expect on premium smartwatches. So is this thing going to be worth, again, the premium asking price is going to be the biggest question. Opening the lid, we have the watch right on top. In the first compartment, we have the wall charging adapter, so it's nice that you get this in the box. Simple USB-based plug. We also have what looks like some watch straps that you can swap it out with. And in here, we also have the quick start guide. That includes the terms and conditions and just very quickly how to set it up. It is printed in color, telling you where the bezel is located, how to charge it on the cradle, and connect it to the companion app on your smartphone. And here's the dock, which allows the watch to be popped up at an angle. When it's being charged, you can still look at the time, and it is using inductive Qi, so it is a wireless charger without any contact points, which is pretty cool. Soft touch rubber feet on the bottom to prevent the dock from sliding around on a desk. First impressions would be it's actually quite hefty, so it is made out of stainless steel on the side here with a bit of plastic injected onto the bottom, compared to something like the TicWatch 2, for instance, which has much smaller edges. It looks more modern, but again, this might be more practical, but again, that's a trade-off. We do have labels for all the seconds, which are easier to read now. It's going for a very sporty vibe, and we do have oversized keys on the side here, which are textured for tapping on power and going through various apps. And on the back, we do have an optical heart rate sensor. Now, I didn't mention the microphone previously because it doesn't actually use Google Assistant, but rather uses Bixby. That's definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea because it's not nearly as polished at this point as Google's search algorithms are. But again, Samsung is going for its own proprietary design, which might be well integrated if you already own a Samsung smartphone and you are tied into their ecosystem. So peeling off the screen protector here, the bottom key here seems to act as power, so I tapped on it for a few seconds and we are going through initial boot at the moment. It's telling us to download the Galaxy Watch app on the phone, and as the app is downloading, there are stickers everywhere on this watch that you can peel back. So they are really protecting this thing from scratches inside of the box. It's on all of the sides, also on all of these little corners. It does have a 472 milliamp hour battery on this 46mm version, so that is a very large capacity on a smartwatch. That is part of the reason why it gets up to 4 days of use. Alright, so on the app here, we can just tap on Start the Journey, pick our device. It's the Galaxy Watch. We will turn on Bluetooth and proceed to pairing. You can also start using the crown here to just rotate this notification here up and down, and you do get a physical sensation of the crown moving because it's a mechanical wheel, kind of like iPods back in the day with those scroll wheels. Let's tap on pair and check your phone to complete setup. We do have this kind of Galaxy rotating background, which is kind of fitting for the name of the product here. We are going to install this plugin. And now we have to install yet another service, the Samsung Accessory service, which allows transfer of data between the watch and the phone. So it does seem like if you're not using a Samsung phone or Samsung Galaxy device, you do need to end up installing a lot of these Samsung apps just to get this working, which I am a little bit wary of. So that's something to keep in mind. I do think we are hitting a ceiling at the moment in terms of the pricing. If it goes up even further, I don't think it's going to be super sustainable. I don't think it's going to be something that people would really want to pick up anymore because we're looking at $1,000 phones, we're looking at $400 watches. That is, again, getting a little bit out of hand. Let's just agree to all of these terms and conditions. So the pairing is now complete and we can begin using the watch. It's still installing some firmware updates in the background, trying to set stuff up, finding if there's any software that needs to be pushed over, but it's also telling us to install Samsung Health as another app. So you can turn the wheel and that instantly pops the screen onto life. It says, let's go, turn wheel and it will disappear, turn the other way to go back onto this main screen, turn the other way to take a look at notifications, and the back key is the top key on the top there. So the layout is a little different from other Android Wear watches. Tapping on the bottom key is where we see a list of all our applications. So it's kind of flipped from a standard Android Wear watch. I can pull down to take a look at settings, so that's a notification drawer. That part is similar to Android Wear. I can cover and touch the entire display with my palm to go back onto the main watch face and put it to sleep. So that is the basic tutorial. All right, so let's take a closer look now. So we can turn over, we see weather. We also see suggested apps that are commonly used. We see some of these fitness things like calories burned, heart rate information, contacts that I can tap on if I'm connected to my phone to place phone calls with. I can create reminders, events, and also stress level, which is interesting. This is basically an algorithm that's using your heart rate to estimate how stressed you are. So it's not the most accurate thing in the world, but it is built onto here. I can add shortcuts to different workouts. This is the media controller. There's also a Flipboard for news briefings, so you can take a look at some quick status. There's also a barometer, so it seems like Samsung is definitely building in a lot of features here, a lot of pages, far more than the typical Android Wear watch. And again, that wheel motion is very tactile. It allows for precise navigation. It's really satisfying as well. So I do think that this is a really great way of navigating. Let's take a look at all of our applications here. So it's also using the wheel to scroll between things like contacts, Samsung Health, also settings, Samsung Pay. So there's NFC built on here, so you can use the tap to pay for mobile payments solutions, and Samsung Flow, and you can tap on here to go into next page. Find My Phone, reminder, music, gallery. That's quite interesting. So it seems like you can view photos on here, definitely more than what you get built on into a Android Wear watch. There's also a PowerPoint controller built on in, so you can connect this to your computer using Bluetooth, and then using the dial you can scroll to the next slide or previous slide, which I think is a pretty cool feature. And we are charging, so you can see that the screen will automatically rotate its orientation. It says 44 minutes remaining. It does have pretty quick top-up speeds here, and the light here is currently red. It's going to turn green when charging is completed. Alright, so we'll definitely be doing more testing on this and come out with a more complete review and comparison with some other smartwatches soon, but for now that's been our unboxing and first impressions look at the Galaxy Watch. All I can say is that the hardware definitely feels premium, but it really should at the super high $350 cost. Alright, so again, stay tuned for more content coming soon, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been our hands-on unboxing first impressions look at the Samsung Galaxy Watch.